UHL Live, we got Peyton Manning, and we got Super Robot. What those two motherfuckers got in common?
Also, Mexico City is going to make another trade.
That's interesting. Brittany Bosscher of the Lowell Bandits, she's here tonight. You won't want to miss that interview.
Welcome to UHL Live. I'm your host, Dick Residue, followed by my co-host, Mark Buck.
That's me.
Tonight's first story starts in BBC City. How important is one man to an entire organization? The UHL, just like other pro sports leagues, has always been a team game. Sure, superior athletes often overshadow fellow teammates, but does one man, woman, animal, or robot truly dictate the fate of an entire team's season? Much like in the NFL, in the case of Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts, the BBC Reapers appear to be headed for the same situation. In case you don't know what happened in Indy this past season, Peyton Manning missed the entire season due to injury. His team, which was a perennial league power for the past decade, went from 10 wins the previous season to just 2. And in recent developments, the team decided to part ways with their longtime franchise player and start the ever tedious task of rebuilding for the future. Fast forward to the start of this UHL season, in which the league's signature franchise, the BBC Reapers, have found themselves in the most unenviable position of maintaining UHL dominance without, perhaps, the most dominant player to ever play the game. Super Robot came into the season with one goal in mind: to hoist Lord Galbois' Cup for the astonishing 5th time in the team's rich history. They were looking to set themselves apart from the Compton Assassins, who they shared the most all-time Galbois Cups. After falling short in last year's Galbois Cup finals to the Nagasaki Norwells in a gut-wrenching 7 games, Super Robot and the Reapers knew that this could be a historic season. But in a sick twist of fate, in one of the team's preseason games against the Paris Artists, Super Robot, intense as always and anxious to start the season, decided to send the rest of the UHL a message by delivering a ball-breaking check on an unsuspecting Artist player. Unfortunately for Super Robot in the city of BBC, the check was a doozy. However, the result ricocheted mightily across the UHL landscape. Super Robot's check was avoided by Paris artist Jessica Soli, and the BBC standout crashed heavily into the boards and sustained a Class 3 ruptured hydraulic pump, causing him to miss 11 regular season games, which essentially is half the season. When asked about the state of the team's psyche following the injury, BBC City's coach Ted Bangworthy had this to say: "We're not a one-man team. We hit a little bump in the road, but I guarantee we will not lose to TMO in TMO City. You can take that to the bank." Those are some pretty tough words considering the Reapers dropped their first 2 games of the season without Super Robot, and the TMO are sitting pretty at 2-0. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, the Reapers' next game after the TMO is the Phoenix Yaks, also undefeated. 0-4, which was unheard of just a few weeks ago, is a painfully real possibility. Hopefully, the Reapers can learn from the Peyton Manning crisis, and the rest of the team can step it up, so a proud franchise can hand on the fort until their great leader returns and rights the ship. If not, maybe like Peyton Manning, too much damage has been done, and the Reapers just might part ways with their captain and begin to head in a different direction.
Our guest today is defender Britt Bosscher of the Lowell Bandits. She's going to shed some light on the subject of the trade to Compton. Brittany?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Stunning, by the way.
Thank you very much.
So, Brittany, now that I got you on my interview table.
On it. It's a little forward.
That's how I roll.
Fair enough.
You. No. Can you confirm this trade rumors to Compton? Everyone's talking about it.
Who's everyone?
The web?
The web doesn't ever lie, does it?
I'll tell you, I had some videos on there. I wish never happened, but hey.
Well, I am here to tell everybody that the rumors are true. They are no longer rumors. It's confirmed.
Well, what if Compton doesn't want you? You thought about that?
Then I'll sit out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we all know athletes these days make pretty good money.
Yeah?
You're willing to give up a whole year's pay, so...
When you work with assholes like I do, yeah.
Wow. Those are your teammates. You're just gonna throw them under the bus?
Yeah, well...
No, you need to elaborate more on that one.
I don't really want to step on people's toes, but I think he probably knows who I'm talking about anyway.
Ooh. He who?
Fucking Luciola.
Thought you guys had a great relationship. What's going on?
Ever since our injuries, when I had to sit out and I broke my leg, and he hurt his paw because I fell on him, he's held this sort of animosity towards me because he had to sit out too. And it hasn't been the same since. It's been rough to play. It's uncomfortable to be around, and I can't do it anymore.
He's a cat.
It's true. It's true.
All this over a cat.
Well, he's a big cat.
I guess.
Yeah, and cats can make you uncomfortable too.
So, okay, well, why Compton? Why not Phoenix or Saskatoon?
Fuck Saskatoon. I'm so tired of their shit. No, it's gotta be Compton. It's Compton. That's where I wanna be.
Could this have something to do with Boneham?
Partially, I do miss working with her. She was quite the fun lady to be with.
Oh, to put it delicately. Wasn't
Yeah.
she a bit of a drunk?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Oh, and what's here?
It's just Gatorade.
Yeah, this isn't a 13-year-old crowd, Missy.
I get parched. But, it does go further than that, too. I'm sure we all know the duo as Boobs McWhiskey. We're not a duo when we're not together, I'm Brittany alone, she's Lindsay alone, and I've never played with her, and I think it's time we reunite.
Well, if that's what you really want, hopefully it's in the cards for you. You've heard it here first. Brittany, good luck.
Thank you.
Now that was a compelling interview. That made me want to bully whip a biscuit. Yes, it did.
Thank you. An early season trade involving Mexico City and Philadelphia is expected to be approved by the league by Friday.
Now, Mexico City, they have a habit of these early tweaks in the season. Coach Geraldo Martinez.
I think it's pronounced Martinez.
Yeah. All right, Dickie. Now, Martinez seems to do this every season. He has utilized the UHL's 4-player trade limit every year since he has been the head coach. Now, it seems to be working because as head coach, Martinez has made the playoffs every season.
Well, and I think this is what everyone expected when Mexico City acquired Megan Adams as a backup. Martinez was hoping someone would be shopping for a starting goalie, and they found that in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Now, Philadelphia was in dire need of a franchise goalie. They have Andre, Dr. Dre Young, and he is backing up Ryan Westfeld, who is way past his prime.
Some might say Megan Adams is past her prime.
Well, now that may be a legitimate argument, but as a goalie, she is fundamentally sound. Her 5'7" frame may allow a little more goals than might normally be allowed by a goaltender. But granted, she hasn't played for a great coach since, what, the early 2000s?
Well, who do you think got the better end of this trade?
Well, let me break it down for you.
When you look at the numbers, one might just say Philadelphia got the short end of that stick like a no-legged midget reaching for a cookie jar. Now, they gave up Adam Eastman and Tyler Batten for essentially Megan Adams, who really has only produced 3 winning seasons in her 15-year career. Now, Adam Eastman is a solid first liner, whereas Tyler Batten could start on any team. However, Philadelphia needed a goalie. Yes, they did. Now, don't mistake that. And Adams fills that hole like a giant cock into a small vagina. Now, if Coach Garrett Oriana can do what he did with Andre Young, made him into basically a playoff goalie, there's no telling what he can do with Megan Adams. I say, in the end, the trade benefits the Blunts.
I hope you're right.
I always am.
Well, I guess that's our show for tonight. For Mark Buck, I'm Dick Residue, and we bid you a fond adieu.
Shazam.
That right there, that was as compelling as 2 walruses mating in a whirlpool of semen. Still gonna be taller than
Bro, and it's on tape.